pre-show of the Sell More Book Show live. I'm very excited to be here with you today. I know that some people won't see this for a minute, but we're going to get it all up and running once all the buttons are doing all the things they're supposed to be doing. Wonderful. Looks like Instagram is coming in, and then we'll get YouTube. We'll get all of the places, but very excited for our second attempt at going live. You know, multiple crises all happen right when you go live at any point, but we're all okay. We're all alive. We're all surviving. So I am excited for those of you who are back for the second week of the live show. If you enjoyed the first week, what you felt about it, what you thought about it, we'll go live. Well, we'll start the episode proper in about 7 minutes or so, but let me know if we're in all of the places at all of the times. Hopefully it's all working the way it's supposed to. I've got the show up and ready to do. I am going to, now that I'm here live on Facebook and all the places, I'm going to go share. I'm going to go make sure all the people can see it. We're here live. Just letting everybody know. And then I'm going to post it in all of the places, pin it in all of the places so that everyone can see. Let's go to the group. But let me know if you hear me, if you see me. That is helpful to know. It's helpful to see you guys. So I'm going to share this in here. We are live for episode 627, which will start in about 6 minutes. All right, I'm posting that. And I am getting it all set up, all shared, all the places. But yeah, let me know if you're here today. Let me go see where we're at in the chat. Lucy made it to YouTube. Hey, Lucy, good to see you there. Jen sees me and hears me. I love it. I love it. I also see Genevieve. Hey, Genevieve. Love it, love it, love it. Glad that you're here. And hey to Abigail and hey to Dorothy and everybody else coming on in here today. Hey, Charity May. The backpack's here, I promise. I'll have to find a way to sneak it into the episodes. But let me get this all going. I want to make sure we're in all the places before we officially start recording the episode proper for episode 627. And then I need to share it to everywhere. And then we'll start officially the official recording of fun that will go out to all of the podcast places. We will start that very, very soon in about 4 minutes time. You're in the pre-show. You're in the pre-show here. So you being in the pre-show, is there a question you want me to ask myself during the lightning round today? I'm really focused on how to be positive, how to focus on more positive energy contributing to your successful marketing. That is what I am really focused on today. So let's see, can I get this going to a page? There's probably a way to do it, but I can't figure it out at the moment. So I'm just getting everything up and running. Got 21 people here for the pre-show. We will start everything proper shortly. And let's get all of this going in all of the places that we need to be going. Here, making sure everybody sees the thing, that it's in all the places. So let's go pin this to featured. And let's say, hey, at everyone, we are live. That is up That is happening. And then I'm going into the Sell More Book Show group. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Sell More Book Show after party. If you're not in the Sell More Book Show after party, that is where the after party happens. So you might as well be there. Let's go pin this up to the top. Pin. And hey at everyone, we are live. So all of the people who need to know, they are about to know. They are going to know. So it is all good. If you see me and hear me here on the pre-show, we got pre-show going for just a couple more minutes. Let me know. I did potentially lose the Instagram feed, so hopefully that is still running. I may have lost the Instagram feed because I closed a bunch of stuff out. That is my bad. That was my mistake. I'll know that for the future next time. Hopefully I can not do a silly thing like that next time and get it going. Hey, Justin, good to see you. Wonder if there's something I can do to get the Instagram feed back working. It says that it's streaming. Let's see. It says that I'm live. I got it. I think I got it. And now we're good. I think I didn't mess it up as badly as I thought, thankfully. We're live. We're wonderful. Hey to Kevin. Good to see you again, Kevin, from last week. I am going to get the show a proper going. I am not at a good angle here. I need to work on. I'm at a good angle for the picture. I am not at a good angle for my back. And as we get older, we need to really think about that sort of thing. So I'm getting the recording up going for the Sell More Book Show. Excited to have that all set up. Let me go into the right room there. Let me go open that studio. And then we should be good to go. But if you have a question, you want to make sure, oh, come on. It's trying to use my other microphone or something. So let's tell that no. Hopefully it's all doing what it's supposed to do here, because I ran into a tiny bit of funny business here. Awesome. Seeing you from Northeast England there. Glad you can hear me okay. I love it. Let's just get this going here. It keeps trying to ping my phone. That is not a recommended thing. All right. Let's go into this. Perfect. All right. Join studio. So I should be ready for episode 627. The pre-show, the pre-show is what it is. The pre-show, and hey, Alexis, the pre-show is to make sure all the ducks are in a row, to make sure everything is doing what it's supposed to do. So the maximum number of people who could see and hear this show are seeing it, because that is my hope and my dream. Now, you guys have some power in this. You guys absolutely have some power in this. I really want to make sure that if you have the ability to share this show before the episode goes live, if you can share, if you can spread the word, sharing this on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, wherever, you have my permission. You absolutely have my permission to share it, because this is one of the best ways to reach more people. So here's what I'm saying, guys, as we get ready to start the official episode. Are you ready? Are you ready for the official 627th episode of the Sell More Book Show? Are you ready? Are you fired up? Awesome. Soberana, love that. Definitely hit us up. Feel free to send me a DM and we can get connected. I love that. So Awesome. We're doing it. It's happening. Everyone seems pretty fired up, pretty excited. I'm getting relaxed. I'm getting ready. And here we go. I am ready to record officially. Let's go hit the button. And here we go. 5, 4, 3. Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Sell More Book Show, episode 627. I am so glad to be chatting with you guys today. And just like last week, we are live. We are actually doing every episode live on Tuesday at 1 o'clock Eastern, putting it on Instagram, putting it on Facebook, putting it on YouTube. You have the ability to actually participate in the episodes. All you have to do is show up there live, and we've got Alexis and Kevin and Justin and Charity May and Jen and Lucy, as well as others here. We also have Genevieve and some other wonderful people over on the Instagram. We have Carolyn. We have so many people. So many amazing, wonderful people. The Sell More Book Show has been running for 11 plus years, if you can believe it. We are still going strong. One of the reasons I wanted to start doing live episodes is because I want to connect with you guys. I want to see you folks. I want to know that you're out there. I want to feel it, and it feels a whole lot better when I see you guys commenting and hear you guys out there. So shout me out, folks, in the comments. If you're listening, I want to hear you. Let me know. Let me know. I know I see some of you have already commented during the pre-show, but awesome. Let's get into today. As always, we like to thank our sponsor. The sponsor of the Sell More Book Show is the Author Ad Agency. The Author Ad Agency is one of the companies that I run, all under the Best Page Forward, all under the Best Page Forward umbrella. Best Page Forward encompasses everything. The Author Ad Agency, we run ads for full-time authors, and we run ads for coaches and entrepreneurs whose book helps to benefit their business. You can find out more. Just email us at brian@sellingforauthors.com. We would love to run your ads for you on Amazon. We do some Facebook as well, but mostly we are focused on Amazon advertising. Right now, this month, April 2026, we've already helped 3 authors get into the top 100 in the Kindle store. The top 100 in the Kindle store just in the last 30 days. And I just feel so grateful that we've been able to work on these ads for authors. If you're a full-timer, if you've been thinking about handing it off, drop us a line. If you're not a full-timer, but you know someone who is, we do offer commissions for referrals. So we ask a question of the week every week. A couple weeks ago, we asked, what are you looking forward to with our new weekly Sell More Book Show live? Christine Kohler said, I love hearing about bookish news. I don't have time to keep up on myself. Bethany says, the interaction between hosts and listeners. In fact, let's see. We've got someone to ban in here. Block user on YouTube. You know, one of the magical things, right? And we'll add to the block list. So they're blocked. I love it. We had someone saying something not so nice on the YouTube. But Jen said, we're out here. And Carolyn said, howdy from Texas. So you're here. You're listening. You're watching. I see people. Amy T is out there. I see other folks in there as well. Love it. So here we go. A couple weeks ago, we asked this. Shane Kawalilak, though, said, I'm pretty open. Just keep chatting about whatever strikes your fancy. But without the guest hosts, it seems more and more unlikely I will ever be on your show now. That's kind of sad, I suppose. Shane, let's make it happen. If nothing else, we could record something together. I don't want to step on your dreams, my friend. Especially considering how long you followed the show for so long. And hey to Leanna, and hey to Sue, and hey to everybody. So we've got an interesting topic for our top news story of the week. Who watches the self-publishing Watchmen? Authors and readers continue to engage in harmful mob mentality when it comes to AI use and a variety of other so-called offenses, according to Rachel Morton in a post on her Substack. Witch hunts have been going on for ages in self-publishing, but whether or not an author has used AI to generate their writing has truly brought the mob out of the crowd. The recent case of author Mia Ballard and her novel Shy Girl is an example where accusations flew, readers cried foul, and the book was pulled from release. Ballard denied intentional AI use, but a percentage score of potential AI use was used as the mob's proof of guilt. AI is not the only thing used for witch hunts, which include mass one-star bombings for offered arcs through Patreon, setting rules in their own reader groups, and using pen names that don't match their birth gender, none of which is illegal or inherently wrong. Morton discusses the concept of the Lucifer effect by Dr. Philip Zimbardo relating to this issue. Quote, one of his core arguments is that we are remarkably easy to manipulate when someone positions themselves as an authority, Morton says. When one person stands up and says, this is wrong, with enough conviction, other people fall in line, not because they've independently assessed the situation, but because someone told them how to feel, and it was easier to agree than question it, end quote. Morton poses the idea that we can all choose whether or not to participate in the mob and the witch hunt. Quote, nobody gave you the authority to decide what another author can and can't do with their own work, their own business, their own identity. And wrapping it up in moral outrage doesn't change that. Well spoken by Rachel Morton, who is a very successful author in her own right. Her taking the time on this is honestly impressive. I feel exactly the same way, you guys. I feel exactly the same way. Here's the thing. We have enough going on in our lives, in our author world. Why are we out there policing other people? Why are we the publishing police? We don't need to be. We don't need to be. Last week, I talked about the concept of really focusing in on our joy, what makes us happy, what makes us feel great in the author world and within our own books. And telling people what they can or can't do, or getting our pitchforks together and getting really, really angry about a variety of things, like Rachel pointed out, AI being one of them, but not the only thing. It does not make sense because it is holding us back from doing our best. Getting all connected up with this negative energy is not worth it. It's not worth it to be putting people on a blacklist. It's not worth it to be telling other people how they should run their businesses. It's not worth it. And more often than not, we are getting upset by something that we deem to be a negative thing, but that the whole world in itself does not deem to be a negative thing. And so I absolutely, positively, emphasis on the positive, believe that we should avoid the mob mentality and avoid the witch hunts whenever possible in self-publishing, because it is only going to steal our energy. And we need to use our energy to write books that our readers love. What do you guys think here on the live show? I'm very interested to hear your opinions as well. I do see Gabrielle is here. Welcome, Gabrielle. And then, or it could be Gabriel. My apologies. It's tough to tell when these long YouTube names. And then Dawn, welcome. I'm glad you guys are here for your first ever Sell More Book Show. 11 years strong, and we are very, very happy to still be partying here. So let's go into the hot potatoes of wisdom questions for today. If we notice that another author's action or behavior has made us angry, what should we do? What should we do? So I think we first have to ask ourselves the question, does this author's actions actually impact me in any way? And not in this indirect way. Well, if they get book sales in an unfair way, that's unfair to me and it might impact me. That don't count. That doesn't count. What counts is, does this impact me? Is this person actively in some way impacting me with what they're doing? And more often than not, it is a big fat no. So we have to say, okay, well, if this doesn't impact me, how can I regulate? How can I calm my emotions about this? Because we may have seen someone who, just like Morton points out, stands up and looks very self-righteous. And by the way, you guys might hear some slamming here. Hopefully not, but that you might hear a little bit because we have painters here. But here's the thing. If it does not impact you, you need to self-regulate. You need to use that emotional intelligence. You need to rise above it, because otherwise you're going to write less words. You're going to market your books less, and you are going to sell fewer copies because you engaged in this negative push towards this other author. Let them, what is it? Casey Musgraves. What is her song? I'm trying to remember. Pretty much talking about, I think it's biscuits. Pretty much mind your own biscuits and life will be gravy. I totally agree. I had to really pull that from deep within my brain. Mind your own biscuits and life will be gravy, just like Casey Musgraves said. Second hot potatoes of wisdom question. Do witch hunts ever benefit the hunters in any way, shape, or form when it comes to book sales? Whether you're the person who stands up as the self-righteous, this is wrong person, or if you engage in the mob, if you are a part of the mob, is there any chance that this will benefit you and your book sales? No, in fact, it may actually harm you in a big way, in a way you might not even think. There are readers out there that are seeing our posts. There are readers out there that are seeing what we are saying when it comes to talking bad about another author, saying bad stuff about another author. If we pile on some author that we don't like what they're doing and a reader sees it, they might unfollow us. They might unsubscribe. It's very rare that you are going to get additional book sales from hate. Hate is unlikely to yield a positive result in any way, and certainly when it comes to getting more book sales. So it's very, very unlikely that the witch hunts will benefit you in any way, shape, or form when it comes to book sales. Let's see what some folks are saying here. Kevin said, haven't these AI audit tools also been used on pre-2000 written books, and they too were found to be AI written, even though that was impossible at the time? I have heard that, Kevin. Yes, there are absolutely instances where a book that was written well before AI came up as AI generated. And what I have heard is that the reason for that is because these AI tools were actually trained on these books. So I'm sure that if you took one of my books off the shelf, at least one of them would come up as partly AI written, and I haven't used AI to write any bit of any of my books. And I know that there are people that use AI that do such a good job editing, they probably come up as 0% AI written. And so really, those tools, not effective. Justin says, it's like one of my favorite quotes. There are some people that if they don't know, you can't tell them. Louis Armstrong. Yes, these joy stealers. Absolutely. Very well put, Justin. They are joy stealers. And yeah, Lucy points out what I just mentioned is that some of these books that show up as AI generated, AI written, they were trained on those books. So let's get into the lightning round here. So that means I need my lightning sound. Pachow. When a negative life event or a negative day has happened, how do I recover and get my words done? When something negative happens, how do I actually get back together, get my act back together, and get the words on the page? First and foremost, I will tell you what does not work: powering through. It might work in the short term. Powering through might work in the short term. But powering through in the long term is what leads to burnout. Ever heard of it? Yeah, we don't want that. We are not fans of the burnout. So, what can we actually do when something negative happens? First of all, we need to step back. If that means getting away from the computer, if that means touching grass, if that means getting some sunshine, if that means closing your eyes for a few minutes, that's what it means. Step away from the vehicle. Step away from the stress for a minute. Secondly, you may need to process it. And this is something we do not do a great job of as a society. But if you want to actually be able to go and deal with your writing, your creative thing that day, your marketing thing that day, you need to process. Process. Whether that's visualizing you getting bigger, that thing getting smaller, whether it's the Bluey method of grabbing it from every part of yourself and throwing it into the ocean. Yes, I have a kid. Whether it is talking it out, journaling it out, whatever works for you, you process it. If you decide to just power through it, it's not going to work. If you take time away from it and then you process it, that is a lot more likely to work. Let me know what you think about that solution. So here is another one on the spinning the negative into the positive. What if someone I used to work with, someone I co-wrote with, someone that I did promos with, what if they no longer talk to me? What do you do if essentially you have a bit of a friend breakup in the author world? This does happen. This does happen where there are people that you are connected with in authordom. Maybe they're even people you used to do promos with. Maybe they're even people you felt like you had a really, really good relationship with. But what do you do if suddenly they are not talking to you anymore? I'll tell you what I used to do. I used to take it very, very personally. I used to assume I did something wrong. I was the problem. I made the mistake. This is what I always used to assume. Because, look, I mean, I have tended in my life to take things pretty tough and to assume that I make mistakes enough that people won't like me. And that is all a bunch of bull. Of course, we all have the ability to forgive each other, of course. And people making decisions about, oh, I used to talk to this person, I don't do it anymore, I don't like them, whatever. It can be tough for us sensitive folks. And I consider myself a sensitive dude. I take a lot of things personally and I have to process those. But what do you do? How do you get through this? It's actually pretty similar to the first thing, but it might take more time. You have to process. You have to absolutely Talk this out, write this out, journal this out, feel this out. And you really, really need to make sure you do not blame yourself. A lot of us in this author world, we're creative and we're deeply in touch with our feelings. And when negative things happen with a human, Don says, just so you know, I like you, Brian. Thank you, Don. The feeling is mutual. So when you're in this situation, you have to process it just like anything else so that you can handle life. There is a sort of grieving that happens because you liked this relationship with this person. So take your time, process it. It'll feel better. It will feel better. Next up, Brian, some authors have said the last few months of self-publishing have been rough. What do I do to stand out from the crowd? So first and foremost, you guys, this is your time. When things are in flux, when some people that used to sell better are selling less, when some tricks that people used that used to work don't work anymore, the author world is in flux. And that means people who are higher up may move down, and people who are lower in royalties may move up. So what are some things you can do to make sure that when everything gets reassembled, you're a little higher up on the pecking order? So I still find, even today, that if you can run some low bid, low budget Amazon ads, and you find that one of your books is profitable 2-to-1, 3-to-1, if you run ads to that, that is going to help you to rank higher. That is going to help you to stabilize. It's going to help you to be more visual. People are going to be able to see you more on Amazon. Secondly, look, being yourself out on social media makes a difference. One of the reasons I wanted to go live, I wanted to be out there, I wanted to be in y'all's faces, is because I kind of like being live. I freaking love being live. I love when craziness happens. I love when the tech explodes. I love just having to deal with it. And I want to be seen in a place where I am doing the thing that I love the most. And as a reminder, if you love this show, share it. Share it far and wide. If you see it on Instagram, love it. If you see it on Facebook, share it. If you see it on YouTube, copy and paste it somewhere. But if you are trying to stand out, there is no better way to stand out than from being yourself out there on social media. And then lastly, 20 to 30%, right? 20 to 30% closer to what readers expect. Learn more about what readers want, and you will get closer, my friend. And Leanna says, these are great topics to reflect on. Love this discussion, Brian. You're very welcome. I'm very happy to be able to do this. This is so much fun. So thank you. Next up, Brian, I used to sell more books. I used to be a contender. I used to be somebody. My sales used to be higher, and now they're lower. What happened? There's almost always a reason.Maybe if you were in the golden age, so-called golden age of Kindle, and covers didn't matter as much, you were able to write, you were able to put out books and not worry too much about the covers. And they did what they did. And you would sell well. And then cover trends changed and they got better. And that set you back, but you didn't adjust quickly enough. So sales went down. Maybe you were writing in something that was a popular subgenre and it got less popular. Maybe, and this is the most fixable, maybe you were doing something that was contributing to your sales that you stopped doing. And that's the easiest one to fix, right? Going back and looking what it is that you used to do going back, bringing that back, getting retro, bringing back the thing that used to work and doing that again. Y'all, if posting on social worked for you and you stopped doing it, that could be a reason. If advertising was working for you, but you felt funny about it, and a lot of people feel funny about advertising, which is why we like doing it for other people in our author ad agency, this is the sort of thing that might reduce your sales. And so you want to go and look back. Is there something that changed? Is there something that you used to do differently or that you used to do that was contributing that you stopped doing? Maybe think about going back to that. Last question of the lightning round. Brian, what do I do about exhaustion? What do I do about exhaustion? I've got 2 full-time jobs, or I've got kids and I'm trying to write, and I'm just burning the candle at both ends. What do I do about this exhaustion? Because being tired all the time is not contributing well to my marketing and my writing. So we have a couple options. Let's remember that the easiest thing, the lowest hanging fruit, is get to bed earlier. It's the lowest hanging fruit. Get to bed earlier. And y'all, I know we have a lot of parents out there. We have a lot of grandparents. And I know when you had kids, it screwed up your sleep. I've talked to so many people who, when they had kids, it screwed up their sleep, or just getting older screwed up their sleep. I get it. But we still have habits that cause us to stay up later. If we can get to bed earlier, that's the easiest thing. The easiest thing. And that doesn't mean it's easy, especially if you have other people in the house who are keeping you up late, but it is the easiest thing. Secondly, can we have micro recoveries built in there? Can we have little things that contribute to your energy that you store throughout your day, that you have as go-tos throughout your day, that help you to re-energize? That could be the aforementioned going outside, touching grass. That could be you making sure that you take that little cat nap. It could be actually going and hanging out with your cat for a few minutes while the painters are here. My cat is stuck. I want to go hang with her, of course. But if you have little things you can do for micro recovery, do it. And then lastly, and this goes back to last week's joy discussion, if there is something you hate doing that isn't giving you any results, it's okay to stop doing it. Even just doing fewer things that sap your energy can make you feel better. I hope you enjoyed these. I didn't see if there were any comments over on Instagram. Hey, Bobby. Bobby's going to be reaching out to me. That's amazing. I love it when people reach out to me. And I see Susanna already reached out. So wonderful. Love it. Guys, we need a question of the week. So we are going to go back to this mob mentality thing, but we are going to swap it. We are going to change it up. I'm going to write this out while I type it. So, what would it look like for you to create a positive mob mentality where you and or your friends lift other authors up rather than hunting them down? Let's put some positivity into the world. What would it look like for you to create a positive mob mentality where you and or your friends lift other authors up rather than hunting them down? Very, very interested to hear. But this has been a delight getting to do this live a second week, getting to do episode 627. Amazing. I love it. I hope that those of you who were able to tune in live enjoyed this. Let me know in the chat. But as a reminder, we have this show. We've had it going for 11 years. If there is something you need to research in self-publishing, There is always going to be a backlist episode that goes into it. We have so many tips, so many tricks, so many videos. If you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see so many. So make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe or follow me on Facebook so you see these. It is always, always so awesome to be able to chat with you here in the author community. I'm very fortunate to be able to still do this many years later. And I appreciate you guys so, so very much. You can answer the question of the week over at sellmorebookshow.com or in the Sell More Book Show After Party Facebook group. Remember, we'll be back here every Wednesday morning for the recorded version of the Sell More Book Show podcast. And we will be back Tuesday at 1:00 Eastern for the next iteration of the live version. It has been great to see you guys. Hey, Anne Marie, thank you. Hey, Dawn, thanks, Liana, thanks, Jen, thank you, Lucy and Justin, and everybody else who stuck around for today's live session. Thank you, Kevin. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back next week for another wonderful episode. We'll be back next week for episode 628. Have a wonderful week of book selling, and we will talk to you guys soon. Thanks, everybody. Take good care. Bye.